no matter how much we say we want 50-50, men will always be at the top.
I like that.
And if his mindset is not in a good state, everyone is gonna crash.
You say something very, very striking. You said you can't have an empowered woman without an empowered man.
We are, especially in the Black community, we are so conditioned to think that men cannot share their struggles or maybe communicate their needs or maybe their expectations. It's like it's just for a platform for women, or we tend to think that we are supposed to live a life that has no problems, but it doesn't work like that.
I think it'll be boring anyway.
And also, how are we going to grow if we don't encounter challenges in our lives? A lot of families are broken and we are not saying anything about it. We are throwing things under the carpet, but the truth would always set people.
Gap City, B-Dub, Africa, the rest of the world. What's going on? And welcome to another episode of the Juice 2.0. My name is Tkay, and thank you so much for stopping by. You're amazing for doing that. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided, you know what? The Juice 2.0 is where it's at. And for that, bottom of my heart, deep down somewhere in my bones, I really am grateful. Returning subscriber, what it is. And in case you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for, but hey, it's very easy to be part of the Juice 2.0. You simply click subscribe, let the family grow. Well, like we always do it, this is going to be a special episode. You drop your comments, whatever you like, whatever you want to suggest, whatever it is. It's the vibes. Do not hesitate to drop it in there. Well, we're coming to you all the way from SkyView Lounge because there's going to be an amazing event that's coming up on the 25th of November. And it's titled and dubbed Men in Mind. And to talk to us about all of that and amazing more things that are happening on the 25th of November, it's Boitumelo. You remember Boitumelo? We've had a chat with Boitumelo. She's coming from Exquisitely Boitumelo Events Management Company. And I just want to know, what is happening on the 25th of November? So you and I are about to go on a ride. November just started, but on the 25th, oh man, it's about to be crazy. So without further ado, I need you to put your hands together for my sister, the lovely Boitumelo. Hi. And you don't even have a voice. It's like...
Guys, my voice is gone. Don't mind me.
Where did you go to? What's been happening?
Oh, DK, yesterday I went to church. There was a grand opening at church, Christian Revival Church.
Oh, nice.
Our pastor just opened a 3,000-seater. It's a beautiful church. It's like you are in America, the States, dude. And I'm ushering. So for encouraging him when he's preach and everything, I have to be screaming, I have to be shouting. And when the Holy Spirit leads, I'm like, God, take me away.
There's nothing you can do, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that I can hear you because we're sitting here today at SkyView Lounge because on the 25th of November, right in this building, you're hosting us for an amazing event.
Yes.
Please tell us what's happening on the 25th.
It's about men and their mental health.
Right.
Most of the time, it's about us women.
Of course.
But this time around, I figured men need to be taken care of.
Oh, yeah.
Especially most of that, they're our leaders.
Yeah.
They're our fathers.
Yeah.
They're our children's fathers.
Of course.
And our partners.
Yeah.
And we relate them. No matter how much we say we want 50-50, men will always be at the top.
I like that.
And if his mindset is not in a good state, everyone is gonna crash.
Yeah.
And I went through depression, and it made me appreciate or maybe try to come from a point of understanding over judgment. So, in trying to support men, for them to talk or communicate how they feel, their struggles. And I curated this event to try to say, this is a safe space for you to come learn and develop yourself. Because I think we live in the world where men are brought up to think that they cannot share their struggles and they're ashamed if they do share their struggles. And it becomes a chaos and crisis when you have a partner or maybe a leader who is so under pressure and cannot say, I'm struggling. So I'm trying to promote the authenticity of saying I'm struggling when you are struggling.
Right. Yeah. I love this. The last time we spoke over at Park 27, you said something very, very striking. You said you can't have an empowered woman without an empowered man. That's exactly what you're talking about right now, right?
Funny enough. God's alignment, Tkay.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do the men thing. I tried to do the Father's Day, but you do know, we're supposed to.
We talked about it. We talked about it.
And due to, it's difficult to convince men to have an event or come to such a talk about our feelings.
Of course.
So also with some challenges that I was facing, I was like,
maybe not this time, right?
Then I postponed it for November. Most of that in November. We're already November. It's International Men's Month.
Yep.
And also we are going through a lot in terms of men.
November is International Men's Month. Is that true?
Oh my word! Are you serious? It is.
My man, did you know this? Dolph, did you know? November is like the month is International. I didn't know that. Wow. You see, there's a problem right there. First of all, why don't I know this?
I don't know. Maybe it's because you are not learning more. I'm going to throw you under the bus.
It's possible. It's possible. I may have been ignorant.
Yeah.
So this is our month.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, November is our month. I didn't know.
Well, I'm here to say, Tkay, I'm serving you. It's International Men's Month.
Wow. So it's very important that you would have an event garnered for men, orchestrated for men in their month, right? But let's talk about the theme for this event on the 25th of November. Overcoming mental health challenges through sincere and honest conversations.
Yeah.
Why was it important for you to, couch this theme the way it is?
Like I said earlier, we are, especially in the Black community, we are so conditioned to think that men cannot share their struggles, or maybe communicate their needs, or maybe their expectations, or it's like it's just for a platform for women only.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to be that woman who encourages men.
Right.
I'm that person who likes to try to cheerlead, because
I like that.
There's nothing as painful when you are going through something or maybe like limitations.
Right,
like for instance, I will give an example. You are a very smart guy, and then through life struggles or traumas or whatever that you've experienced in life, it can limit you in terms of how you converse, because trauma changes people, pain changes people.
True.
And most of men, when they get overwhelmed, it changes or maybe diverts into abuse. It diverts into anger issues. And unfortunately, it affects women, it affects children, and themselves as well. At times, it's heartbreaking when you knew from someone, maybe from a younger age, or maybe you were in high school together, and then life happens to them. Later on, 5 years later, maybe they've been struggling with some things, and it's a different person. Because at times, environments where you hang out, where maybe you work, or maybe your home. There are a lot of toxicity as well in our home settings. So I'm trying to really
push for that agenda,
for men to say, cry. If you are my boyfriend and you feel like I want to cry, I want to say, baby, can you come? I'm going to give you a hug. And not laugh about it. Or maybe if you are that guy, there are a lot of guys, or maybe a few guys who are very compassionate and they do share their struggles.
Of course.
But then again, also, the reason why open to women, we tend to enable situations because of lack of self-awareness, or maybe lack of knowledge. And I'll be like, Tkay will be sharing maybe, or maybe if I have a partner, he's sharing his struggles, and the next time we're having an argument or maybe a confrontation,
she brings it back up,
and we're fighting
as a weapon, right?
As a weapon. Yo, remember last time you did this? And men don't want to be.
We really don't like that.
So I think also we need to teach ourselves maybe to understand each other. Like if my man is an introvert, or maybe he likes to talk, give them time. Like at times if we have a disagreement, at times give it time for everybody to cool down. Because men at times, they don't want to be, even me, I'm a man and I don't want to be put under pressure in terms of like, if you want to have something heated with me, wait until I'm in my...
Where did you learn all of these things about a man? Boity.
Oh my God. It's because I feel like not only men.
Okay.
I feel like I've been through a lot. Life would had made me to come from a point of understanding, not judgment.
Right.
Because at times you'll be really, really a nice person, and then you experience a lot of painful things in life, which later you'll be like, why me?
Why
and
me?
you get fed up.
Right.
And then by the time I remember when my psychiatrist was like, anger hormones. Somebody at times can be bitter without them knowing. Every time when you have, like you release a bitterness thing, they hardens you. You know how he compared the hardening of us to a crocodile. And do you know the skin of a crocodile, how hard it is? So imagine when you are that shock,
Yeah. So anyway, you continue.
And it made me really think, if we could all be mindful and try to create environments where it's safe, like when you, like for instance, if you want to get a girlfriend, study the person, understand the values do they align? Because most of the problem they come from these issues, alignment.
You need to talk to Gap City boys. They don't have time to know anybody at all.
But then we are tired of solving your problems and you guys get into depths because you want slay queens, and slay queens, they do want to take the money only, and that's it.
They don't care about your emotions, right?
And they don't care about your emotions. And most of the time, these guys who want slay queens, they're big guys, corporate boys who have big roles, and those roles comes with pressure. And imagine you get home and somebody, all she wanna do is, I remember our pastor Adi one time, he was preaching about, if you ever want to marry a woman of Real Housewife of Devon, don't come to my church, because all she want to talk about is drinking tea, going for parties, and when you are tired, you had a bad day, she can't even ask how was your day? And that is one thing, most of the time, a man would have had a bad day, and them coming home to you and just opening the door, the face, when she sees you with that beautiful smile, it changes everything.
You know, you're bringing up this event on the 25th, and I think it's a wonderful event, wonderful initiative. But from your experience, what do you think men are suffering from? Like, is there like a general problem that a lot of us are suffering from? Like one general problem that makes us not talk about our problems? Maybe we just keep to ourselves.
I think it's ego.
Ego. Okay.
It's ego.
Yeah.
You know why? Men at times don't want to acknowledge that I'm wrong. But also, like I'm saying, I've come to try to expand it further. Because when you create an environment for someone to say, you can, the armor just goes off. Yeah, so I normally, when my closest friends, men, I try to be as less judgmental as I can.
Oh, Boity, you got friends that are male? Hey, the danger.
Oh my word, Tkay, yes, I do have male friends.
You know what Steve Harvey says?
No.
Steve Harvey says a male and a female can never be just friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that is true most of the time. But with boundaries, you can be able to maintain it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So what is your role in all of this? Because I need to really understand what's happening on the 25th. Is your role as an events management company to curate the environment? Or are you going to be one of the speakers at the environment? Do we have speakers that are even coming on this day?
Yeah, we do have speakers.
Right.
And this event, the speakers or panelists are men only.
Men only?
Yes.
Okay.
But they'll be addressing the audience in terms of struggles that men go through. And women, I'm hoping they'll be sitting there to absorb and go and introspect.
And listen to their man.
Yes, and maybe see if there's something that I've been doing that I was not aware of, then try to improve our lifestyle.
Yeah, but you gotta be really open-minded as a woman, right?
Dude, life will make you to. I was that narrow-minded girl.
Tell us about that. What you were
A fixed mindset.
A fixed mindset
say,
about men?
Yeah.
Or
not necessarily men, like life in general.
Right,
yes.
right.
But also, I think when you are open-minded, you learn a lot of things.
Right,
and you tend also to come from a place of taking feedback in terms of metrics that is used to change or improve things, not as an attack.
Right,
if you are going to be taking feedback every time as an attack, then we are never going to improve.
It's not going to be changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I'm saying, not only be it at work, be it as boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, be it at home, let's use feedback, constructive feedback as a metric that can be used to change and never stop learning. I think the most important thing about being open-minded is you learn a lot of things. Like you just told me about Steve Harvey. I didn't know that. Yeah.
So speaking about boyfriend, the last time we spoke, you didn't have any?
I knew that question was coming. Oh my God.
The last time we spoke, there was no man in your life. The mandem. Has that changed? Has that not?
Oh my goodness. Can I not comment on it?
It's okay. It's okay.
My boys. I'm a Ruth. Yes. And I'm also the Esther from the Bible.
I love Esther.
Yeah.
I love Esther.
I'm the Esther.
Esther versus Vashti. Ooh, that story is beautiful.
Yeah.
That story is beautiful.
But then in this scenario, remember I told you, anyway, you guys were saying you're tired of waiting. Well, I don't know, man. But I'm just like, God.
You're waiting on God.
You know, when Ruth was my story is it can be exhausting, but I think it has taught me a lot in terms of faith, in terms of patience, because sometimes we don't get the things that, let's say, would want things like right now. But at times God say, wait, I'm still working on certain things. Like I could be the problem. Maybe the partner that God wants or connects me with, I can be edgy, and the person would be like, soft-spoken, he's still transforming me, remodeling me. And dude, God has remodeled me. At times I am asking myself, who is this girl?
Who is this girl? Yeah. But there's certainly a vibrance that I'm noticing right now that you didn't have the first time we spoke. You know, there's a joy, there's an energy, there's a oomph, there's, you're happy, you look happy.
Tkay, I am so happy, and if I can tell you, my happiness is not situational.
Oh, yes.
My growth has taught me, or my journey has taught me to be, I have control on my feelings. That is why I'm trying to bring people that in my network or that I know can deliver the message to try to liberate others. Because I've seen it through me that when you try to work on your mindset, it reduces at times the stress level. You can manage yourselves, like at times being overreactive. And also you can solve problems because now you are in a calmer state. You are not coming from a point of maybe you use facts, not your head. Or maybe or your heart, because
you try to be logical.
Logic. Logic is a perfect word.
So the last time we said you had planned and organized a Mother's Day brunch, right?
Yeah.
Fast forward 25th November. It's all about men.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, I just sat there at some point thinking, like, how easy is it or how hard is it to organize these two different events, right? Was it easier to organize for women than it is for men, or was it harder to organize for, notwithstanding the fact that you're still organizing for men until the 25th?
I think with eventing is the same. Most of that, if you could observe, this is not a normal, maybe like events where there's alcohol, where there's a lot of partying. And it's a shift which people are not used to. And it's a wellness event. And if you could say, normally I would be like, I'm not going to be judgmental because I used to live that life. I would go and spend 2,000 in an event. Let's say maybe at a certain restaurant or maybe at wherever. And next day, I don't even remember anything.
That's
and
crazy.
The money is gone.
That's crazy.
And with this event, it's for learning and development, something that you can use even for referencing for years to come. And we still fail to invest in ourselves. And also that contributes to our mental health, how we see things in life. And that's how growth and elevation comes.
Of course.
How are we going to grow if we don't invest in ourselves?
Yeah. How willing are the people that you've approached to sponsor this event? Are they or not? Funding.
Funding is an issue, Tkay. But with God's grace and with the faith that I have, I am hopeful. There's that one company which I'm very hopeful. And I'm gonna pray and chant for it.
Fingers crossed.
But nonetheless, even if it doesn't happen, which I don't want to entertain, I'm here. I'm fighting, wrestling God. God, this time around, you are gonna give it to me because we don't value our wellness
at all.
And I think it's a sacrifice that I'm going to. My parents, my mom, or my family or my friends will be like, why do we have to do this? Because the way I'm losing, and I don't even mind. Because going to church, or maybe my new journey has taught me that at times God uses you as a vessel, and it comes with sacrifices. I see at times, like last week, we were getting paid, and all the money went to the logistics, and I was like, I didn't have anything. And my life keeps changing drastically. But the fact that I'm just okay and not, the old Boitumelo would be freaking out. But the new one is like.
So would you say this is you've found your purpose in life, to create environments where wellness is spoken about all the time?
Yes, I don't think I have found my
purpose.
And that is why I'm pushing to advocate, or maybe to teach people, even if it means at my cost, to teach people to find their purpose. Because in life, I've come to realize that we tend to think that we are supposed to live a life that has no problems, but it doesn't work like that.
I think it'll be boring anyway.
And also, how are we going to grow if we don't encounter challenges in our lives? I'm this strong woman because of the challenges that I face.
You know what? We've actually never really sat down to talk about all these challenges that you make reference to all the time. But I think we should have like part 3, one of these good days.
We should.
Where it's just like, we're not talking about an event. We're not promoting an event.
Said that. I've been waiting.
But how important is this event towards the next generation of men, right? Mm-hmm. Because you understand you're bringing the men of this generation on the 25th, right here at SkyView Lounge.
Yes.
By the way, you need to get tickets. We'll talk about ticket prices and how you can get them as well. But you get yourself a ticket and come over here to Men in Mind on the 25th of November, SkyView Lounge. But like the next generation of men, does this event have any impact on the next generation of men?
It does, Tkay.
Yeah.
Because, we are living in the times where how we were brought up literally dictates how our next life is gonna be.
For sure.
So we are trying to break the old habits or maybe unhealthy habits.
Yes.
We are trying to instill the new healthy lifestyle into our new generations.
Yeah.
Because I've observed that you can be a smart guy, but then how you were conditioned, or maybe the environment that the person who raised you and everything, it contributes. Even now, the old traumas, where you are right now, does it help you to? So I'm trying to teach people who are, amidst the challenges that we face, if you have control of your mindset, you have power. So invest in your mindset, and you'll see your life changing. That will also break the generational cases that you are facing. At times, the cases come from financial freedom. Some of it comes from emotions, and some of it comes from just a lot. And I'm trying to say, if you read enough and you are open-minded enough, you learn a lot to a point at times to see, if I do something about this or put more effort on this, it's gonna work out. And remember, change comes with being honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And being accountable.
For sure.
And being consistent.
Yeah.
And it can be very scary and very traumatizing at times. And you ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this?
I need us to talk about 9 building blocks to wellness.
Yeah.
Right? And I got a few here.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna mention one by one.
I wish you could you can start with the top one, spiritual, because I'm a spiritual mama now.
The top one would be what? Nurture positive emotions.
Yeah.
Great. Let's talk about that. That's number 1 on 9 building blocks to wellness.
I think when you you fill your cup, it overflows. And it even extends to other people. But if I have negative energy, it also overflows.
Oh, yeah.
Energy is contagious.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very important for us to fill our cups every day with positive vibes. At times, it doesn't have to be anything expensive. You put on the music, like the kind of music that...
Positive music.
Yeah, positive music. And you'll see... Yeah.
I like that. All right, so then number 2, I have find your flow. You gotta find your flow.
Yeah. Your flow, do you mind explaining like your people or maybe what you are good at?
Yeah, so what it says is when we feel completely absorbed in the moment, we experience flow.
Yeah.
Right? Do more activities that you love, number 1. Take advantage of your core skills and strengths, right? So pretty much just finding about who you are and getting into your flow.
Yeah, I think it talks more on maybe the intellectual or maybe what your hobbies.
Okay,
yes.
And your skills.
Yes, I think one thing that I took for granted that brought me back to life during depression, my hobbies. During lockdowns, that is when I was depressed.
Oh.
And I love traveling.
Oh,
I like eating out at restaurants.
Right.
And there was restricted
cut off,
movement. And at the back of my mind, there was always this thing which told me that if you could travel or if you could go outside, something will wake up.
Right.
And I told my family, and we tried going to Mokolodi that weekend.
Yeah.
My child was crying a lot because we went on a game drive, so the bumpy road. Then one weekend, I told my friend Pimelo, the one that
the one I know.
We went out to Rhapsody, one of my favorite restaurants in Pakalane.
Yeah.
So,
also one of my favorites.
Yeah. And that was when there were like 10 people in that restaurant that weekend. And Tkay.
Yeah.
My friend used to see me a lot, like on daily basis.
Right.
That weekend, she was like, "Welcome back, my friend." Just going to Rhapsody, and I could, I did something that awakened
so
something.
you found your flow. You found your flow.
So that's when, and I always had that picture where if I could travel or if I could go to my favorite restaurant, something in me would, and that's exactly what happened.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I like that. Some of these building blocks are we going to find a few people on the panel on the day that will be speaking to these things?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. We'll be having Dr. John Mann.
Nice.
He's a social worker and also a lecturer at University of Botswana. He helps on character building, life coaching, and also he does have a motivational talk and BTV for... What's the name? I forgot the name.
Okay.
Ultimate Motivational Speaker.
Wow.
Yes. And John Mann, I've been his line before, and now we're friends, and he has seen me grow. And,
amazing.
I still, at times I do speak on his events to try to encourage students.
Yes.
But I love how he's so passionate about building people. And even after some of the proceedings from this event, after paying logistics, I have committed. He has an event in December for character building for youth.
Amazing.
So the ticket goes for 4,000. I bought 2 for for Kanye youth because I come from Kanye.
Big shout out. Big shout out.
Yes. Because social skills, life will teach you that we live in the times where social skills are very important.
Extremely.
Your character is very important.
Extremely.
And your attitude. You can be a smart, cute, tall, handsome guy.
Right.
But if you're... Not you. But if your attitude stinks, then you are not going to get the job. You are not going to get the girlfriend. You are not going to get anything.
Of course.
So it's for me to say, this is the little that I have.
Yeah.
But we have to start somewhere. And then if you come together, we can make it work. Because at times some children come from less privileged families where no one is role modeling what social skills are. And they can be limited by, let's say you'll be very smart and then you are shy and you can't even express yourself.
Your environment could really mess it up.
Yeah.
So the event is going to be right here at SkyView Lounge.
Yes.
Why SkyView Lounge?
I love nice things.
Yeah.
I love views. I believe God is gonna give me an abundant life where I'm gonna stay in with the houses with views.
Of course.
One of my favorite holidays. I want a Cape Town beach house.
Just overlooking.
Overlooking at that. Yeah. Ooh. So if anyone wants this, that is.
Gentlemen, that's So you came here for the view and for the vibe and for the ambiance, right?
The ambience and also for I'm trying to build a brand.
Yes.
And the brand that I'm building, that has elegance in it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to stick to that.
Yeah.
I do my events based on how the...
Yeah.
Also the following, I'm trying to try to be as much as I can to try to sell the event.
Oh, yeah.
And my target market, they like coming to such places.
Beautiful places, yeah. Because I was about to ask, what is the market research or research marketing that you went into and investigated whether or not the people that, you're dealing with, your target market, would love a place like this? The first time was Park 27.
Yes.
No.
It was supposed to be
Park 27.
Then
we went to Massa and Protea.
Then we went to Protea.
Also beautiful places, right? Beautiful places.
If they have the sky thing.
Yes, the rooftop thing.
Yeah, the rooftop. Unfortunately, the capacity is very small. I love the rooftop. I went to an event last year, November.
Awesome.
The sunshine there, amazing.
It's beautiful. So on the event, you have made sure that you bring one of my brothers, O'Neill, Africa. You have made sure that he comes and serenades everybody that will be here on the ones and twos. Why was it important that he be here?
O'Neill.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I love music.
Yeah.
Secondly, I love...
O'Neill is single, by the way. Boity. My sister.
No.
The Holy Spirit is telling you things here.
No. As much as I love Kalanga, guys, that's one of the reasons why.
Of course.
Yeah, you know how I love Kalanga, guys. I believe that I'm going to be a Kalanga princess.
Him and Lizibo. You say the same things about Lizibo.
Lizibo, it's not in that. There was some... Now you want me to spill the beans.
You remember he needed to have sung on the episode, and I was asking you like, why Lizibo? And you say something like this about Kalanga.
Dude, Kalanga guys, they fascinate me. They're hot.
Hey.
Kalanga boys, they're family orientated.
Of course.
I am family orientated. I love how they're brought up in terms of responsibility.
Right,
a Kalanga guy, even if he breaks up with the woman, he'll always take care of the child.
Oh, wow.
And also Kalanga guys, they're providers, man.
Wow.
They may be everything in the world, but the woman will never, or the family, they are providers.
Oh, yeah.
And I always say, I wish whoever is teaching Kalanga boys how to take care of family and how to family is very important.
Family is everything.
And I respect and shout out to the Kalanga boys. You
Big
guys are doing
Kalanga boys. Do we have any Kalanga boy here? Gentlemen, who? He's not around.
Back to the question.
Okay, back to the question. So why O'Neill apart from Kalanga?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Apparently, he's not Kalanga. He's not Kalanga.
Oh, no. I love his... I remember the last time when I wanted to do an event.
Yeah.
Normally, I want to use confident guys who demand attention. And And O'Neill is very wise. Even the last time when you had him on your interviewed like a month ago.
Yeah.
He's a very wise man and very open-minded.
For sure.
I love his music. I was listening to him during the RB2 days.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've been following him a lot. And
that's beautiful.
My friends like him a lot.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, you meet your lady friends, huh?
My lady friends, they love O'Neal a lot. And I love O'Neal a lot. And I love his sense of style as well.
Oh, yeah.
And also...
Hey,
I like smart guys.
It's a lot of considerations for him to come.
You asked me why O'Neal.
I get it.
Resonation or alignment.
Right.
When I do an event, I like to pick people who aligns or I see. That is why I have him. And I know that he has a good. He's a brand himself.
Of course.
And he has a large following. And his music, music connects people.
I love that.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, is he going to be playing or is going to be speaking?
No.
And I told them, no. O'Neal is actually going to be playing on the day. So if you love the music, because he's an curator extraordinary.
Yeah.
So he creates the environment. So if you really want to come, grab your tickets, come get the knowledge, the wisdom, the wellness. But also grab some great music from O'Neal.
And just to relax, because I think people at times when they hear the word mental health, they're thinking
they think it's going to be too serious.
We are trying to curate as many activities that are going to excite, keep the people excited and have fun. There'll be a lot of giveaways. And also the music, just to unwind. As much as I'm a Christian woman now, I'm not going to I have to be open-minded enough to cater for everyone's needs.
I feel
and
that.
R&B, I know O'Neal. I used to be awake on Sunday at 10. He's no longer consistent now. He has this show where he will be at times bringing American artists, interviewing them.
Wow.
Yes, and also he will be doing sets, R&B things. And R&B will make me melt, Tkay. So I want everybody to come and melt.
I like that. You heard it from her. If you want to come have a great time with music by O'Neal, you come over here at SkyView Lounge on the 25th of November. 2023, man in mind. But apart from O'Neal and the panelists that you mentioned there, I need us to drum roll.
Yay!
For the master of ceremony.
Yeah.
For the director of ceremony.
Yeah.
My brother, Benson.
Benson Peter.
So why him? Let's just do what we did with O'Neal. Let's find out why was it important for Benson to be the MC of the day.
You know, I'm this kind of girl who likes men who are...
So I see your type now, yeah? O'Neal, Benson. I'm joking.
Why are you doing this to me? All I'm saying is my new journey has taught me to... We used to settle for things...
For anything.
Which traumatized us. I'm not throwing shade or disrespecting anyone.
Right.
But growth will teach you that at times for change to happen or maybe for trauma to reduce. I always tell people that I want a guy who can lead me because I'm not a yes ma'am kind of girl. So if you are going to be soft-spoken and it's not going to work. We are always going to be fighting because... you at times and Benson, even when he reads the news, he demands attention and listening, and also how he articulates himself. He's very well spoken, and also his presence. I like a person with a presence.
With a presence,
that's why
it's gonna be a fantastic day.
Yeah.
You know. So what time does it start on the day? What time does it finish?
It starts from 11 till 5 p.m.
Okay.
And I also want to highlight some of the other speakers.
Please.
We have Muthusi Ncube. He's a midwifery professor at the University of Botswana.
Awesome.
Because mostly men, when you're expecting a baby, we normally focus on women only, and maybe let's say you lose the baby. The focus is only on the woman.
Right.
And a man also lost a child.
Oh, that's a beautiful perspective. Right.
And also still, even if it's not the pregnancy, you lose children in your marriage or whatever. the focus is always on the woman.
Right,
and the man's needs are always left, or his feelings.
Right.
That is why at times there's a lot of bottled anger, whatever. So we are trying to speak or try to spread the message to say he lost something as well. He might be dramatic as I can be. Create a space at times for him to behave the same way you behave. So we are trying to
That's one to look out for.
Yeah.
That speaker right there,
Yeah. And then also we have Pastor JJ. Boo, 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 boo. Wow.
Hey.
My leader.
Imagine.
It's going to be talking about family interventions.
Okay.
Where we live in the times where families are broken.
Right.
A lot of families are broken,
Right.
and we are not saying anything about it.
Yes.
We are throwing things under the carpet, but the truth would always set people free. And problem solving or facing your problems, not in a I want to fight kind of mode. Just calmly talk, hear the other person's point of view or perspective.
Right.
More like, and also the spiritual part. I remember a month ago, he had a session where he was teaching more on spirituality. Like we tend to focus more on how I look. Like
the physical.
For instance, the physical.
Right.
And then your soul maybe going out. But then like what you feed yourself with, it dictates who you become. Like if I'll be going, what can I say? The places that you go to, like maybe do you listen, like we were talking about music earlier. Are you listening to the music that inspires you? Are you reading the Bible? Are you listening to motivational things? Because now these things have worked for me. I have a routine now where in the morning I listen to gospel every day. And even at night before I sleep, I listen to gospel and motivational things. These days my bed doesn't even know me. I sleep on the couch listening to all these things. And it's a routine that is working for me. You just have to find something that works for you. And even at work, some people, if not only work, they'll be like, what are you on?
Exactly.
Even at 7 a.m. in the morning.
But I picked it up. Like something really changed. Like we haven't sat down like this in several months, right? But I picked it up. Like something changed over here, and it's something good. And I like to see that on you.
Thank you,
Let's talk about ticket prices, right? But before that, we'll end with that actually. When we're saying men in mind, we're talking what ages here? Are we talking the boy child up to whatever age? Who are the people that you're expecting to buy a ticket? And is it open to every boy child, to every man? What? Just explain that to me.
Thank you, Tkay. If you could pay attention, we also have a student price, which I really wanted to accommodate the needs of students.
Yes.
The tickets is $350. The focus is to get 18 upwards.
18 above.
Because this is a lounge where they sell alcohol. We don't want to get in trouble. But then at the same time, they need to learn. We need to start nurturing them at an early age. And also the target is up to, like even your grandpa, you can bring your grandpa. Because they are very wise. You can pick something from grandpa who's like 75.
For sure.
I remember even at the Mother's Day, there was if you were to go to my Insta profile for the company, you'll see there's this granny, no offense, me using the word granny. It's nice to go to events with older generation.
Elderly people,
because that's where we get at times the wisdom.
Especially from generation to generation.
Generation to generation. And you can even use it for later on your children. I remember even still in the event that I went to in South Africa in August, they were like grown women. And I would really want to encourage our community to start embracing such, because it's a platform where, yes, we have fun. It's a strategy to try to attract people to have fun, but also learn at the same time.
And I think you're also gonna have like a question and answer thing, right? And keep an environment where people can be free. I think there's always going to be a bridge, and if we don't close it, it's gonna be very, very tough for generations that are coming of young men. The bridge between the older men and the younger men. I don't think there's a conversation that's being had outbate how crazy important it is. So I think your event is very, very important in that regard. Like, if you get elderly men and younger men come together, we could ask questions that only them can answer. So I think that's remarkable.
Thank you,
That's
TK.
remarkable.
Also, I'm trying to accommodate for everyone, inclusion. So this probably tomorrow I'll post a flyer where we would want people to submit their questions. You know, there will be introverts who don't want to speak in front of people, but they have something really to contribute, something very important. So I'll be opening up question platform to send your questions.
Amazing.
So during the question and answers, we'll be tackling those to just learn from each other.
Amazing. So let's do it. We're about to wrap up, right?
Yeah.
Student ticket is $350.
Yes.
Which other ticket is there?
There's just a single entry. This time around, I'm not doing VIP.
Okay.
It's very stressful, and also in the house of the Lord, we are all equal. Yes, we are all equal.
Yeah. So
and also the corporate, it's 1,000 pula.
1,000
yes,
pula. Okay.
No, it's 10,000 pula. It goes for 1,000 for, let's say, 10 for 10 seats. Because with corporates, at times they want a special table to sit there, and also it's a way of developing their staff. You need to empower your people for them to produce more results at work.
Of course.
Because also one of the guys that we have, one speaker, can I just speak about this?
Please.
Tabz. Yay!
Oh, that's
I know he's your
Man. Oh
boy.
man.
Yeah, he's one person who speaks about teams and organizational wellness.
Yes.
So I picked him also wanting to touch on the area of we spend so much time at work, and at times we tend to leave development at the back, and we expect results at times from people. Yes, at times as a person I can initiate developing myself, but at times my employer has to meet me somehow. And also Tabo is a coach for over 9 years now. He knows areas where to tap to try to unleash the potential in someone. And it's very exciting because at times the team suffers because of not knowing how to communicate, not knowing how to handle personalities. So it's a conversation where if it's broad, everyone can say, if we listen to each other, if you know my like a person, that's how I lead my life, or how I appreciate things to be done. I don't like it when you do this, or maybe I don't like being put under pressure. I'm not saying I cannot handle pressure, but if you have time to tell me something in advance, tell me so that I also bring my A game. Because I like bringing A game.
I like that. Oh, and you brought your A game today. Oh my God, you brought your A game today. So much. You remember how the first conversation was? You're like, Tika. But today I appreciate you so much, sis. In your last final words, I need you to look into the camera, encourage somebody to get a ticket. Encourage the men out there to get a ticket so they come and get everything they need, and they can only get it on that day, on the 25th of November.
I'd like to say, gentlemen, my beloved brothers, my colleagues, I'm here to say, guys, this is an event that is meant to build you. This is an event that is meant to teach you strategies that can help you navigate life. Be it choosing our life partners. At times we create our own problems by choosing wrong people. You are what you spend your time with, or and also the way we want to be defined. At times we want things to define us. You'll be a CEO, TK, and then one day the CEO title is gone. Tkay is going to crash.
What are you?
Who are you without that title?
Without the title?
Who are you without that Mercedes-Benz? Who are you without that house in Citroa? Who are you without a Gucci whatever? I used to be that person who identified herself or attached herself to certain things. I'm learning to just it's not easy though. I'm not gonna
habits.
Yes, habits. It's difficult to break habits. So at times it's fair, or it's nice for us to remove ourselves from wanting to be seen as I have this, I have that. Mostly that's how we are raised, or maybe when you are surrounded by people who are like that, you also become like that. So my journey has taught me what I'm not that person.
Of course.
I am that person who wants to maybe change lives, who want to, yes, I'm an extrovert, but nowadays I don't come from a point of wanting attention. If I want attention, it should be something very impactful. And also I would like to say, guys, your mental health matters a lot.
Of course.
Take responsibility for it. And also one detrimental thing that I've come to realize, there's nothing that is difficult for God. And change cannot happen when there is no God. You know, even when the world wants to take every piece and skeleton, when the Lord says enough, He'll bring angels to fight for you.
I love that.
So I'm in a place where now I'm not bothered by anything.
I can see it. Ladies and gentlemen, Boity from Exquisitely Boity Events Management Company, bringing you a wonderful, fantastic, incredible event on the 25th of November. You get your tickets, and it's dubbed Men in Mind because they got men in mind. It's a wellness event, and you got to be part of it for your wellness and your mental health. My sister, it's always a pleasure.
And one last thing, Tkay.
What's that?
This initiative, the 5% would be going to CRC Cares, which at the end of year, we have a project where we are buying students or maybe less privileged children, I think, got back to school uniform and stuff.
I love
that. So
this
whole thing is not only for me. The profit 5% and also to remember the character building workshop that you are doing. So I really want to encourage even sponsors, if you still feel that there is anything that you can do, not that you'll be changing another person's life. It's
forever.
Not even about me. It's about giving back and improving lives. Our self-worth at times comes from having something. You know, your child go to school without your uniform. These are the things that bring low self-esteem and whatnot. So if we have something that you can give, make a difference. Thank you.
I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we do it. Wrapping up the Juice 2.0. The next time we're going to be coming to you will probably be from an episode that we're shooting here on the 25th of November. So be on the lookout. And I guess if you get yourself a ticket, we're going to be part of this, all right? So you make sure you do that. And one other great reason to even come here and buy a ticket and support this is because you might actually change your life. It's been lovely. It's been amazing. You're amazing for checking this out.
You ate my time for going to church, Tkay.
I'm so sorry. But you can still make it to church, right?
I will, but thank you. And I can't wait to see you on the 25th.
We're coming on the 25th, the Juice 2.0, Exquisitely Boity.
We're so excited to see you.
Stay juicy. What's going on, YouTube? My name is TK of the Juice 2.0. I'm just here to say thank you very much for checking our video and click subscribe, like, and the notification button for more content just like that.